All right. Sorry, I'm a little late. Was finishing up a pod with Pat Crane, the $1 Million Man. We're here today. We're going to draft some Draftkings best ball teams. Wade into those scary waters. Let's do this thing. Hope you guys all appreciated the humor of my thumbnail today. Draftkings, of course, harder to draft on. Doesn't have a draft board for us. Just finished a pod on Pat Crane's channel, talking through some of the DraftKings tournaments and whatnot. Hope everyone's having a great day. What is up, Calby? Cool. Hello to you. We are on the road to 2K subscribers. I think we are almost at 1760. We're jumping in this $10 Millie Maker on DraftKings.com. I was going to multi them, but not in the mood, and I think it's not a great viewer experience. So I'd like to get some DraftKings drafts in for the people out there, because I know some people can only draft on DraftKings, or maybe they only like to draft there. So we like to keep variety on this channel. Again, I am Liam Murphy. I am a 3-time best ball champion, including 2 times on DraftKings. So don't know what's happening with my timer here. Let's see. Oh, the worst update DraftKings did. Let me turn on my light. It's a little dark on me here. Is they have a 2-minute timer to start the draft. It's like, who asked for that? Let me know, guys, in the chat. We got about 30 of you watching on this lovely Wednesday. Let me know your favorite players that are going undrafted. Welcome, Corbin. Thank you for notifying. Let me know your favorite players going undrafted in best ball right now. So these could be players like Corey Davis, whatnot. Players that don't go 100% drafted. There's a bunch of choices to choose from. Chris said, hey, Liam passed through St. Pete today. Welcome, Chris. Looked really nice. Do you know if you have good surfing there? No, not great surfing on the Gulf. Got to go to the east coast of Florida usually. Let's refresh this, see if we can get it to launch. The timer just doesn't start here. Felipe Franks, Calby Cool, stealing my Twitter post. I posted about, or I commented that on Davis's. Stole my question. I've asked this question before, but it's a question. Okay, here we go. The draft start. It's a question that can be asked is, what I just asked you guys. Undrafted Chase Edmonds. Not my favorite bet. Not on a great offense. Not a particularly high upside player. Any running back has upside if he gets on the field. Paris Campbell, Corbin says. He gets drafted in most drafts, but I think that's a good one. Latavius Murray, maybe. Definitely got upside if he lands a spot. Michael said at least they are somewhat listening to the community and add exposures. Yeah. I think that's great. Obviously, I think they just straight up don't have the coding abilities to do some things, but Cody said, question you've probably answered hundreds of times. How do you approach this differently from Underdog? Cody, it's a good question. I don't have a hard finalized answer for you right now. There are some players I take more on DraftKings, which is PPR. DraftKings also, the market is different. So, sometimes you want to get a an elite quarterback more on DraftKings because all the quarterbacks go higher. But, this $10 Millie Maker has a 1,400 person final. It's pretty outrageous. So, Calby Cool saying Sean Tucker. I like that one. Love Stars, Terrace Marshall. That's a good one. Puka Nakua, I think, has upside. I like that, Brock. Noah Gray, I think that's a good one. Love Stars. Justin Ross from Chipsy. That's a great guy. Tons upside if he lands the field. Ronald Jones, not, I have a negative bias against him because of how much I drafted him in the past. We saw Jalen Hurts go in the first round. Of course, standard DraftKings. What's up? Let's go AJ Brown. I'm a big AJ Brown guy. But Ronald Jones, not my favorite bet from Preston here, just because, if Ronald Jones is the 2, it's a great pick. The problem is there's 3 dudes in Dallas, such as Malik Davis, such as whoever they just drafted. So that's why it's a complicated bet. Evan Hull, I think, is a good one. But again, he is competing with Deion Jackson and Zach Moss, so there's no guarantee he's the 2. Deneric Prince from Chipsy. That's a thinner bet. Athletic dude, though. He's on the Chiefs. I think he went undrafted free agent. Draw saying Mac Hollins. I think that's a great pick if Tannehill lands on the Falcons. He's the wide receiver 2 in Atlanta, probably. Had a good year last year. Durham Smythe goes undrafted. You were right, Chris. Don't know if the Miami Dolphins tight end is a great pick. However, any tight end that goes undrafted is kind of a good pick if he sees the field. It's a high variance position. Is DK3 wide receiver as well? Yes, Brock. Almost every site is. Greg Dortch from Tarek. He's got upside if he sees the field. Pierre Strong. I like the Pierre Strong one, but it could be Kevin Harris. The offense could be really bad. Let's take Josh Allen. We're getting the Josh Allen, AJ Brown start. We'll figure it out. Why not? Eric Gray, yep, good one. But again, these 5th-round rookies, Chase Brown and co., it's not going to be surprising if someone else leaps them. Not to mention the presence of Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette, Zeke, Calvin Austin. I like that one. Really fast guy on the Steelers. It's hard to say a guy I don't know. I know a lot of players in the NFL. Not everyone. Preston said wild things happen on DraftKings. That's standard. Brock saying he thinks it's Moss for the JT handcuff. Hard to say. Naheem Hines, I think that's a good one. The Bills traded for him at the trade deadline, so maybe that's why he wasn't part of the offense. Like maybe with a full offseason, he's more incorporated. IO says with 20 rounds, I rarely leave a drafted out 3 QB, 3 tight end. Is that a leak? I don't think it's a leak. It's maybe searching too much for safety. Like some drafters I know follow that philosophy as well. They're just like, it's 20 rounds. Why not? But I'm willing to push the portfolio a little bit more, do some more 2 QB, do some more. Like with Josh Allen, I'm almost certainly going 2 QB. And I think it's a mistake to do 3. Chipsy said, nothing better than listening to fringe roster players. Fuck yeah, Chipsy. That's what we're here for. It's May 17th, and we're grinding our fucking dick off in best ball. Let's go, guys. Smash that subscribe button. Come on now. Anyways, after that high energy outburst, let's get back to this regularly scheduled programming. Wow, we got Brock in the weeds here. I think Moss would be more likely to take the between the tackles work and Hull or Jackson be the pass catcher. Easier to project Moss, in my opinion. It's hard to say. Deion Jackson is a guy I drafted last year as an example, who no one else was drafting, and that's right, IO. I got my workout in today. Did 20 minutes of swimming. Charlie Jones is the Bears wide receiver pick, I believe. Let me look that one up, though. Charlie Jones, NFL. No, Bengals. He's the Bengals one. The Bengals took 2 guys. They took him. They took the guy from Princeton as well. So I actually have drafted Charlie Jones once. Uh-oh. We got fan mail here. Bengals. All right. No, Tyler Scott, I think, is the bear. But yeah, there's a lot of guys going undrafted that are gonna probably play in the NFL. There's a lot of guys getting drafted who potentially won't. Um, Duvernay, I think that's a good one. Yeah, and you just have to realize that they're different bets. Like Duvernay or Charlie Jones is most likely, unless they become like a really if Charlie Jones just becomes a slot for the Bengals, that's a different thing. But like the Duvernay example, which I would say is typical for most 18th round to 20th round picks, is you're just hunting for 1 to 3 spike weeks and you want them to land in the playoffs, ideally, right? Whereas like the Zach Moss pick is a different thing. It's like, this is the handcuff. The guy gets hurt. I got a locked in quarterback. Wow. Paul Marks already on auto draft here. I do like how DraftKings tells you when people are on auto draft. Obviously, we're not going to grind this hard and go check everyone in the field, but it's a neat little thing. All right. Let's go Calvin Ridley. Because why not? High upside guy. We'll see what this auto drafter does in the inside. We got to actually go into his team, annoyingly. Okay, he started with 2 wideouts. Auto drafters take 4 quarterbacks, for those who don't know. So I like that. Could potentially lock other people out. Josh Weil. That's not one I know. That's a rare. It's rare for me. And we're gonna fuck with Debo here. We got Debo against the Commanders week 17. I gotta look that up. Josh Weil. Try to stump me, guys. Try to come up with dudes who you think could play in the NFL in skill positions. He's a tight end for the Titans. Okay. I don't really love taking backup tight ends, but it's possible. Gypsy, turn the question back on me. You guys bringing up the names is me talking about the names, Brock saying he likes to take the handcuffs more later on, more likely to have random big weeks. That's generally how I view it too. I also take, there are quarterbacks that go undrafted. The Will Levis of the world, the possibly the what's his face? Like Taylor Heineke, Jacoby Brissett. Like obviously not a lot upside on them. Will Levis in theory has upside, because we just don't know what he has. There's tight ends too. Like Kraft, Moreau, Kate Otten is an example. Like Kate Otten's just the starting tight end on the Bucks. Bellinger was this guy for me last year. I just drafted the starting tight end on the Giants. Wasn't going to draft a lot. Trey Tucker, I like that one. Xavier Hutchinson, I think he's a Ram. But let me look that up. Xavier Hutchinson. The Texan. Yeah, I mean the Texan's very uncertain. What is up? FF Garage. What's my Olamide Zacchaeus take? I think I've heard you mention him in past pods. I think he has the lead for the 3. I think he's done more in the NFL than Quez Watkins. It's again, it's like the betting for spike weeks unless one of AJ Brown or Co goes down. But he's done more in the NFL, I think, than Quez. But maybe they split the 3 and it's just not a work. Like we don't want to be gambling on spots where it's like Quez gets to play and then Zacchaeus gets to play, and it's like a shared spot. Parker Washington. That's a name I've heard, but I forget what he's going to do there. Kyle Phillips, I think, is a good one. Potential starting wideout on the Titans. I got to look up Parker Washington. Wideout. He's on The Jaguars. Don't really like that gamble because you got Zay ahead of you, you got Calvin ahead of you, you got Kirk ahead of you, so that's pretty thin to me. The wideout 4. But I did do it with Gabe Davis one year in the Bills when he was the wideout 4. Back in Best Ball Mania 1, the guys you could get in the last rounds were guys like T. Higgins, guys like Chase Claypool, who had a great year that year. They had 8 touchdowns. Guys like Gabe Davis went undrafted in every draft. Andrew Ogletree. That's a tackle's name if I've ever heard one. Oh, no, not another Colts tight end. Colts got too many damn tight ends. All right, so we got Josh Allen, A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Debo Samuel start. It's hard from these back end spots. You don't feel great about everything. Chase Claypool still going undrafted in BBM4. Yeah, not great. I mean, it would not be surprising at all if he could turn it around. Wow, DeAndre Swift's ADP pretty outrageous on DraftKings compared to the other sites. We'll figure out running back later. And let's take Chris Godwin. So we got our core 4 of wideouts. We got Godwin, we got Samuel, we got Calvin Ridley, we got A.J. Brown. And we'll figure it out from there. Michael Wilson's a good one. Drafted by the Cardinals. Again, if David Blau is your quarterback, not great. We'll take Dameon Pierce, get our first running back on the team. Gets to play the Titans twice in the playoffs. Quite like that. DraftKings sometimes goes faster than Underdog because unlike Underdog, which painfully does not put people on auto draft if they miss 2 picks in a row. Who is asking for that? DraftKings will, which is such a quality of life improvement. We don't need to wait an extra minute of our life times 20 extra minutes for Paul here to auto 2 picks. PS Devil said, "Shit, I'm late. I wanted to stream Snipe Liam." That's funny, PS, because actually, anytime I'm streaming, I'm also multitasking on my cell phone and doing 5 other drafts. So you think you're sniping me, but really, this one's just auto drafting. I'm drafting on my phone. Not joking. Bildo, you've earned your badge on my channel. I've drafted a Granson share. I'm gonna open up YouTube membership here. We gotta get that started. You are part of the club, Bildo, for drafting a Kyle Granson share. Colt tight end. I don't think he's a good target, to be clear. Oh, I forgot. Brock's a Colts fan. Kayshon Boutte. That's a good one. Gus Edwards makes sense. And guys, we just have to realize we don't want to get too confident on any of these guys, the Kayshon Boutte's of the world, the Colin Granson of the world. So, fall in love with a different flavor of the week each week. Take a different guy, because guys like Gus Edwards, this is a interesting year in fantasy football where we have these big 3 vets hanging out there. Fournette, Zeke, Kareem Hunt. And not going to surprise me if those dudes are out of the NFL. Not going to surprise me if those dudes are taking jobs, I mean. Dameon Pierce, top 5 RB finish this year. I don't really see that in the cards, but, nothing was shocking at running back. Devin Singletary is a solid dude, so he's going to get more work than people probably hope. Again, guys, Will Fuller, you are sicko, Chipsy. See, I'm biased against Will Fuller. I drafted a lot of him last year. I don't have him this year. I don't do that with everyone. Some guys I draft a lot of and they don't hit, and I'm just like, you know what? The bet's still the same. I'm betting again. Does Malik Davis get drafted? No, because we don't know if it's Malik Davis or Ronald Jones. Are there guys you would take 0 shares of in like the first 10-ish rounds? Close to 0, yes. There are. You know, if a player falls a couple rounds, I'll probably buy. But yeah, I take big stands. I think Gabe Davis got drafted. I think the price on Deontay, if he can score touchdowns this year, too cheap. Don't want to give the value of Montgomery is the guy I wanted to come back to me, but is what it is. Didn't want to give Deontay to a team who started with like CMC and co and doesn't need running backs. You know, got to starve that room too. Weird spot. I don't take a lot of James Cook at all, but we're gonna do it here because we need running backs. Why not? I take way more Damian Harris, so I'll get a share. In theory, he catches passes from Allen. My God, Kamara's high on DK for sure. Pios saying he's full fading Beckham. I like your alligator profile picture, Pios Devil. Yes, touchdown regression is definitely something we see in the fantasy football market. Where it's like if Deontay scored 6 touchdowns last year, he'd be, who knows, a 3rd or 4th round pick. I think it's also the uncertainty of how it shakes out between George Pickens and Deontay. I don't like George Pickens is a dude I have 0 exposure of right now. Brock saying he gets Cook and Harris. Yeah, I got to get more Cook. I got to just force the Cook pick because Cook to me kind of fits that label of the maybe lower advance rate guy giving you leverage in the ceilings where I don't see a huge season out of him. Could it happen? Sure. But like, could he score 2 touchdowns in an individual week? Absolutely. So. It's market night around me. Gonna go get some food at the market with my girl later. It's gonna be fun. What are your guys' favorite healthy snacks? We got time to burn in between our picks here, guys. Your favorite, like, they don't have to be the healthiest thing in the world, but it's not like eating a whole pizza. If you want to answer that question, go ahead. Pios saying he thinks the Bills offense will not be good this year. I remember when after COVID, people were like, ooh, the Bills, maybe Josh Allen was just a COVID year. You have good luck with that take, Pios. Pistachios, that's all right. Banana, man, like, I don't know. That's too healthy. I want it to be a little bit more like in the neighborhood of chips. Something like that. Watermelon ices. It's pretty good. Where are we at with Jahan Dotson? Yeah, 1st round pick. Wow, Dalton Kincaid goes. I considered taking him last round just because Draftkings is wild, but I guess we're rocking unstacked Josh Allen, just what everyone's dream is. But that's all right. We got players we can take. I think Zach Charbonnet, another running back to the team. The Seahawks do play the Steelers in Week 17. I want to take Jameson Williams, but I think we need to get some running backs on the team. So we'll take Penny. Or as we call him over here, Rashad Dalla. Peanut butter with pretzels. That's a good one. Quiet, Brock. Don't try to meet that hawk take with logic. Kombucha. I love me some kombucha. I have one almost every day. Also, fermented pickles. Pretty key for the gut. Falafel. That's a good one. Peanuts and beef jerky. That's gross. I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat. I do eat fish and seafood. Ritz crackers with PB. Dude, Michael, you got to level up your crackers, man. Ritz? I don't know. Someone asked about Jahan Dotson. Oh, Carson Wentz. Gavin's answer. Is this your snack you're eating, or is this your undrafted guy? Don't know where he's going to end up, but Jahan Dotson, first round pick. You know, I think you mix him with some exposure of him. He's not like a heavy exposure guy to me, but definitely not a guy I'm fading either. Carrots and dip. Man, you guys are too healthy. Underdog's got that cardio club going on. Take all your pretzels and cucumbers and bananas over there. Maybe I'll make a smoothie after this. Wentz is going to be competing for a Grey Cup in Canada. Let's crowdsource this, guys. Where's Carson Wentz going? Off the top of my head, the Denver Broncos make sense. Like he makes sense on like any team as a backup, so like the Chiefs backup. The Raiders make sense. Maybe they wouldn't do that with Jimmy G. I don't think the Rams makes too much sense, Chipsy, because they drafted Bennett. Yeah, I could see the Seahawks, the Cardinals while Murray is out. That would actually be like pretty good. I don't think the Falcons is a great one. Packers, I don't think the Packers Packers does make sense, but here's why I think they won't do it is because they this is Jordan Love's like first year, so it's like, you know, I could see them just being like, we can get a Wentz-like guy next year if we need to. Tampa, I don't think so. You know, you don't take two mid dudes. Yeah, Wentz too much pressure on Love, agree. Wentz has a house like 20 to 30 minutes from me. Where's that out, Cowby Cool? Where you live? If Wentz pressures Love, do you really want Love? I don't know, Cody. Depends how weird he is. I've heard he's kind of a weirdo. Okay. Let's take Antonio Gibson. So we got a 155 going on right now. 0. Gibson, a little correlation with Deebo Samuel. Antonio Gibson runs for 400 yards against the Niners, and Deebo Samuel scores 2 touchdowns. Boom. Story told. This is just such a gross range in all drafts. And the quarterbacks are just like outrageous. outrageous on DraftKings. We're gonna take Mooney though. Like the Mooney bet. Better year. DJ Moore takes some coverage. We're looking for these him to catch a deep ball, basically. How is Carson Wentz weird? Bad weird. Like I like good weird. He's bad weird. Miami for Wentz? That makes some sense. That makes a lot of sense. But they do have Mike White, so I guess not actually. Antonio Gibson stiffs arms Nick Bosa. Who still has the Eagles logo? Oh, here we go. Probably the only house in Texas with an Eagles logo on a practice field in Texas. Carson Wentz lives in Texas. That doesn't surprise me. Again, if you're just tuning into the stream, I am Liam Murphy, a 3-time NFL best ball champion, including twice on DraftKings. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, join the flow. We got fun chat here. A lot of great people in the community. We're doing weekday daily streams and videos. Probably hit you with a long form video tomorrow. A video on the running backs, finding the Josh Jacobs of this year. Is Mike White a sneaky undrafted target? Yeah, so quarterbacks are not the best bets to be making for undrafted players because they probably don't have any upside or much upside. And you don't separate too much if you hit. Last year, Geno Smith was a hit as a late round guy going undrafted. But did he win you tournaments by himself? No. So I do think Mike White is fine. If you're going to do if you have a Tyreek Waddle Tua and you want to take Mike White as a 20th round pick, I think that's fine. But other than that, I'm not going hunting for Mike White for other reasons. All right, guys, call your shot right now. Which combination of first and second round players is on the winning Best Ball Mania 4 team? So you could say something like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Devontae Adams, or really whatever the hell you want to say. Which combination of first and second round players is on the winning Best Ball Mania 4 team? I'll let you guys chat for 5 minutes or so, and then I'll take a stab. Chipsy calling a shot. Cooper Kupp and Tony Pollard makes sense. Cooper Kupp against the Giants. Tony Pollard against the Lions. Both go for 30. Well, why don't you throw a tiebreak in there? Say how many points they go off for combined. Okay, so I make a pick. This guy makes a pick. This dude autos 2 picks. So I got to think about some things here. We're going to take Dawson Knox, of course. A, to protect our Kincaid exposure. B, to correlate with Josh Allen. And then we're thrilled to take either Dulcich or Laporta as our tight end too. We don't holding my breath there for a second. Really wanted one of those guys to make it back to me. Let's think about which one makes more sense for my team. We'll go with Greg. We'll decide with the market here. Okay, let's get back to this. We got Bijan and Garrett Wilson. Okay, I could see that. Hill and Waddle. I definitely could see that. It's thinner. Same team. Jefferson and Pollard. 2 week 17 dome games. Okay, Jefferson against the Packers. Tony Pollard against the Lions. CD and Pollard. That seems unlikely to me. That those, I forget how I phrased the question. These two could be on the winning team, but I don't think both are the reason you're winning the tournament. JT and Devontae, the bring back, makes sense as a Colts fan. Bijan and Waddle, Cup and Amon-Ra. I don't think that's a common pairing. Like, are there some Cup and Amon-Ra teams? Yes, but it's kind of hard to get Amon-Ra on Cup teams. Kelsey Barkley. That was my winning combo for my 5-5-5 team last year. Jamar Chase and Pollard. I like that. Jonathan Taylor and Jalen Hurts. Could see it. Chase and Waddle again. Like, I guess that pairing happens. It's a little bit rare. You can do that one, though. CD and Amon-Ra. One of the most drafted combos, so I'll go that. Yeah, it makes it. I mean, it being drafted a lot both makes it likely and unlikely, right? It's likely because there's a lot of them. It's unlikely because they're all duped. Thank you, Rolling 18. Rolling 18, right? Is that like a craps username? Good luck and safe travels to Vegas, brother. Appreciate you, man. Enjoy your point of view on best ball decisions. Thank you, brother. Chase and Henry. Henry's not even a second round guy, he's a third round guy. Are you so sure? Brock, have you watched my video on players who could be traded? Are you so sure that Henry's going to be a Titan? Jefferson and Jacobs. Chris asked, do you follow any sports other than NFL? NFL mostly. I'll watch playoff basketball here and there. I do not watch baseball at all. Pretty much don't watch hockey at all. I follow chess. I like to watch the World Cup. You know, I'm those casuals like that. I like MMA. I don't follow it that closely, but I throw on an MMA fight. Follow rugby a little bit because I played. Mainly NFL, though. Golf a little bit. Very small. Aha. Truck driver, 18 wheels. That makes sense. Rolling 18. I like it, man. It's a cool name. Okay, we got a 1562 for the audio listeners, which I've not been updating my audio pods. My apologies. Why not? Trey Lance, welcome to the team. How are we feeling on Trey Lance, guys? Are you still holding strong? Are you out? I heard Davis earlier say he's off. He's out. What about you guys? Are you brave or not? I mean, I guess we'll just scoop some value here. Why not, you know? Let's jump in. Guys, hit the like, subscribe. I got 17 likes in here. Come on now. All right, we're starting a poll. Trey Lance. That's all the question is. Trey Lance, yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Let me know. I don't take a lot of him, but I do have a little bit. I don't want to have none. Pios wants to see him go to Atlanta. That would be a great fit. Danny's waving the flag. I understand, man. Trey Lance's mental illness. I stand. Always Trey Lance, Calby Cool says. Builder says he's out. I do not follow college sports. A lot of draft capital. A Purdy's job to lose. Sam Darnold season, man, that is bad. The poll right now is we got 17 votes. 80% are at no. 25% are in though. Mookie saying he's the pool in case of emergency quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I think you should build some Lance teams. Oh, a little bit of Lance love. One more vote for a yes. I don't know. If it's me, if I'm in charge of the 49ers, I'm giving Lance a shot. You got a shot, kid. Let's see what you got. We got 4 more rounds to go here. Thanks to everyone tuning into these live streams. Really makes it enjoyable to have a lovely audience. Taking all my EV that I'm just bleeding out. Round 15 to 16 worth a shot. Well, Rob, let me tell you, he goes cheaper than that. Chris talking about Dynasty. We don't talk about Dynasty over here. No, I'm kidding. Like, I like Lance on, like, Josh Allen teams, you know? But really, he's probably better on non-Josh Allen teams if he's a hit. Just checking on this auto drafter. He's got a 3.742. Outrageous build. His 4 wideouts are Debo, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Curtis Samuel, and Chase Claypool. Could be worse. Could be worse. Let me tell you that. All right. Well, clearly we're just going to take Khalil Shakir here for the hashtag stacks. We'll figure out our third tight end later. Might even take Purdy or Sam Darnold. Get crazy. Handcuff him. Yeah, like none of these tight ends are worth moving the needle for. So give me Deontay Hardy. We got Josh Allen stacked with Shakir, Hardy, and Knox. A little bit of a weird Bill stack. 2 more picks. One's going to be a tight end. Who's our 5 running backs? Is it good enough? Dameon Pierce, James Cook, Zach Charbonnet, Rashad Penny, Antonio Gibson. Definitely need another running back. Tight ends only Knox and Greg Dulcich. So we're a bit weak at tight end, a bit weak at running back. Strong at wide receiver. Obviously, I didn't need these extra wide receivers. Probably regret the Alec Pierce pick, but we were always stacking. Fantasy Football Garage says, did you see Herzig talking about not taking 2 QBs from the same Week 17 game? It's disadvantageous. It's funny you said that because I remember watching no, I didn't see that. I'll take a look. But before I won Best Ball Mania 2, I was watching an Overzet stream, and I said that same thing to Pete, and he disagreed with me. And I since have changed my opinion a little bit. I think the idea is that, like, you want exposure to extra you want exposure to like more games, right? But at the same time, it's like if you identify a game that's going to go off, just taking 2 QBs and hoping one of them's the dude who scores more makes sense too. So I don't know. Brock says he likes to wear condoms when he drafts Lance. Just kidding. 3.742. Who knew? I hope it wins the tournament, Preston. P.S. saying's taking Dearness Johnson. Nobody's taking him. Couldn't legitimately challenge. Yeah, I mean, he could take. They obviously drafted Tank Bigsby. So if you're right and he's the 2, it's a big win for you. It varies. Goes cards. He asked, do you spend higher draft capital on different positions, early running back, and higher stakes and or smaller field finals versus big tourney finals? Yeah, I mean, I think what you're saying makes sense in theory, though. You don't need as good at a team, so taking running backs on higher stakes teams sometimes may be better. Brock never drafted Lance, but has a very thought out strategy for if he does. Okay. So we need a running back. We need a tight end. Man, it's gross on all fronts. We are rolling the dice on Luke Schoonmaker. Could be the tight end in Dallas. I don't know. Could be Jake Ferguson. We're gambling. Give me Zamir White. Could be the backup for the Raiders. Could not. Don't know. So could have just drafted 2 zeros to our team. Could have drafted 4 zeros to our team, depending how it shakes out with Shakir and Hardy. But we ended up with a 2-6-9-3. Our quarterbacks are Josh Allen and Trey Lance, potentially just one quarterback. Dameon Pierce, James Cook, Zach Charbonnet, Rashad Penny, Antonio Gibson, and Zamir White at running back. A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Deebo Samuel, Chris Godwin, Deontay Johnson, Darnell Mooney, Alec Pierce, Khalil Shakir, Deontay Hardy at wideout. Obviously, too many wideouts if I wasn't targeting the stacks. Like, I think that's where this team is a little bit weak. And then Knox, Greg Dulcich, and Schoonmaker at tight end. Pretty weak tight end room, but there's some upside there. I had a lot of Lance last year, so I just refused to be out on him at his cheapest price. And, there's outs he gets traded. So, do I have a huge bag of him? No. But I got some. I guess we don't need to let this draft finish. We're going to go bring it main screen here. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, maybe even go crazy. As soon as I end this broadcast, drop a comment in the YouTube channel for that sweet, sweet algorithm. Have a great day, guys. I'll be back tomorrow for either a stream or more likely either going to be a drafter stream or a long form video. One's Thursday, one's Friday. So stay tuned. Join my Discord. You can hit me up on Twitter if you need that link. Got around 200 people in there, 300 people in there. I don't really know, but a lot of sharp people in there. Thank you, Corbin. Enjoy your day, guys. Peace out.